This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me. But Drake is lying to y'all, bruh. He is lying. That tour that he just canceled, y'all really think it was due to some scheduling conflicts, bro? Really? Really? Now, I'm always open to being wrong. That's one thing I think that I like about myself. I'm okay with being wrong, okay? But I'm also gonna trust my critical thinking, my ability to use context clues, and my ability to come to conclusions on my own a lot more than I might trust a outlet that is getting news from a Drake representative. Okay? We're gonna dive into this because I don't believe this guy. I don't. Rolling Stone put out an article that basically says Drake officially just canceled that Australian tour he was on. And it's due to scheduling conflicts. Interesting. A tour that you set up, that you know the dates to, that you've had set up for probably months now, is being canceled due to scheduling conflict. Let's just kind of go over Drake's time while he was in Australia. So once we were approaching the tour, there's a lot of articles coming out saying that Drake was having difficulties selling out shows in Perth. And really the only thing to contest these articles was DJ Academics for real. We haven't really seen any major publications state that these shows were sold out, except for when Drake's representative wanted to tell the publications that it was sold out. Things from Australian publications to even fans who live in Australia who were just there. I know y'all remember that What's It podcast I put in my a couple videos ago, where there was a clip of them talking about the fact that Drake isn't really selling and that resellers are buying the tickets and nobody's buying them, right? So there's a whole bunch of different stuff coming out of the situation, but the only thing that's saying Drake is selling out is Drake and his representation. Tickets being down as far as $18 and still struggling to make it happen. Not to mention that a public health warning was issued after a person infected with measles attended Drake's concert, bruh. Measles, bruh. Measles. It was also stated by the What's It podcast that bundles of Drake's tickets were being given out for free on the radio. This brings us to the present day, where Drake has officially canceled the tour. And people are trying to figure out, was it really a scheduling conflict? Was it really? Let me show y'all a clip that I seen recently that came out a day or two before this was officially canceled.
If you check the New Zealand ticket website today, for the Spark Arena Auckland shows, it now says no availability. And if you saw how many tickets left were there before, you know that this is not a good sign. There were heaps of tickets left. So no availability is definitely a sign that the New Zealand show is going to be cancelled. Once again, none of this is confirmed. Grain of salt, everyone. Anyway, so then I told this to the Discord just to see what everyone thought. And one of our detectives did track down Drake's flight that he was in on, and it's leaving
a day
tomorrow.
before.
So knowing that, it seems to that the Sydney and Brisbane.
Once again, that video was a day before they canceled the tour. And she showed you that there were all types of seats, all types of tickets not bought yet, bruh. That was crazy. And that facility was only a 12,000 cap. So, bro, Drake was really, scheduling conflicts? I don't know about that. Let's take a look at what they mean by scheduling conflicts.
So basically, they had Drake doing 4 shows in 16 days. So essentially, if he had done that, he would have been sitting around in Australia doing nothing for 12 days. And that's a huge waste of money and time, because you got to pay for his dancers, his production, his lighting crew. It's like there's a lot of overhead for the tour. So they just, scheduling conflicts. I'm assuming they're going to figure it out for the fans who didn't get to see the rest of the show.
That don't make any sense. So you said he'd have been sitting there for 12 days in between shows.
Yeah, I guess they weren't consecutive. So the way they did it was
They didn't know that
out.
before they booked them?
That's why fans are upset, and they're trying to figure out, well, what was the conflict? And that's why we're here answering what the...
Now, it's very possible that something really came up. It's possible. But knowing who we're dealing with here, somebody who was in a position where they're in denial about their decline right now, right? because they refuse to believe that they lost the battle fair and square, right? He's already done other things to make it seem like he's not falling. It aligns with the pattern of behavior to say that Drake would be making this look like a scheduling conflict. There's so much of his behavior that tells us that. Now, the possibility that something really came up is there. He could be being summoned to court. That's possible too. There's a lot of things that could be happening, but it's hard to believe that somebody who knew what their schedule was going to look like when they got to Australia is all of a sudden having something like that stop him from doing the tour. Especially when they got people saying that it was a sold out show when we just saw with our own eyes that it was not. And I don't know. It kind of looks like he don't got the same Drake effect no more. He dropped his album 1 week ago, bro. 1 week ago. And can't you see it on this list? It's at 32 on the iTunes charts, bro. These stats around Drake's new album with Party Next Door on the second week are crazy, and it makes the first week look suspicious. I'm not gonna lie. But bro, this all aligns with somebody who might just be selling this, not the same tickets. He really took a huge hit in this rap beef, bro. And I think he's trying to paint the picture that he didn't. And bro, and I can get it why, because he's based his whole career on being the biggest. Him not being the biggest no more would take away all his mystique. And that's ultimately why he has to maintain the image of still being on top and spinning narratives and all this different shit. I mean, look at this. Look at this, bro. Look like what? They're lying. I don't know, bro. I feel like the party is really dying, bro. That whole era of this idea of hip hop, it's dying and it's trying to keep up its image. It's doing its best. It's doing its best, bro. Drake not the only one. You feel what I'm saying? You even had Lil Baby out there trying to do something. The first week numbers look solid. Them second weeks is. Because people want to listen to some real shit right now. People want art. That's where the world is going, bro. And Drake and all these other guys, they don't want to believe that side of hip hop is about to take over because they can't access that side of it. They can't control it. So therefore, they die. They bleed out. And that's what the industry is trying. That's what they're trying to The money is back in hip hop, bro. That's all it is. If you love Tupac's Brenda's Got a Baby or Kendrick Lamar's Tammy song or Sing About Me, you gonna love this. People who listen to it, they love it. They say it's powerful, they say it's deep. I think y'all will love it too. It's going crazy. Give it a time of day, man. Trust me. And thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and staying in tune with me. I love y'all, man. I just put in an order for some merch too. And bruh, I just really appreciate y'all, man. I love doing this. I love talking to y'all. And expect consistent content, man. We still coming. We still yes. Love y'all. Have a great day.